Hey everyone, my name is Alex DeSume. I am councilman for the City of North Miami District 4. As a sponsor of this resolution, which asks the President of the United States and the State Department to please, we're urging them to get involved in the Dominican situation, the Dominican Republic situation, which is something that's very dear to our community, our constituents we serve. Here where unanimously all members of the council voted last Tuesday to approve this strong resolution. The county had something similar, but we added some stuff and made it a little bit stronger. And we are here this morning to urge other cities across this nation to pass similar resolution. And we are also calling up on the President and the State Department, our Secretary of State, John Kerry, to please get involved in the negotiation, make sure this hatred, this racism stop from the Dominican Republic. I'm going to ask our Mayor Smith Joseph, to come and give comments, followed by Councilman Philippe Yeneme and Councilman Scott Galvin. Our Vice Mayor couldn't be here. She had an emergency this morning, but we all are here in support of this resolution and urging our sister cities to please do the same. Mr. Mayor.
Good morning. We are here today, as stated very eloquently by my colleague, Mr. DeSume, to let the people of the United States of America know that the City of North Miami fully condemns the actions of the government of Dominican Republic. And 2 days ago, on Tuesday night, we passed this resolution where we are asking our dear government here to really act now and swiftly to see to it that the Dominican Republic reverses that court decision. So pretty much we are here this morning to condemn a 2013 court decision that was made in Dominican Republic. And such decisions stripped away the citizenship of Dominicans born after 1929 to parents who are not of Dominican ancestry. Now, this is a ruling that affects more than 200,000 Dominican citizens of Haitian descent, thereby rendering them stateless. This is a crime, this is a shameful crime, and it must stop. This is a blatant derogation of both international human rights and the Dominican Republic's own legal norms. This ruling also conflicts with the Inter-American Court of Human Rights decision in the case of expelled Dominican and Haitian people versus Dominican Republic, which found the detention, treatment, and mass expulsion of Haitians and Dominicans of Haitian descent to be violations of human rights. It's very simple and it's very clear. And as such, I, as the mayor of the wonderful city of North Miami, along with my colleagues of the council, all the members who are here with me, District 1, Mr. Scott Galvin, District 2, Vice Mayor Carol Keys could not be here this morning, but she shares the same opinion with us, and she even lets us know to please tell you that she is with us and that we will keep the pressure on. We will go on until we see this matter resolved. We are condemning the Dominican Republic's impending mass deportation of Haitian immigrants. These outrageous actions they are of grave and immediate concern, not only to the citizens of the city of North Miami, but also to the citizens of the United States of America throughout the whole country. The U.S., we are calling on the government of the United States to please stand for human rights once more, to please stand for justice and equality for all. We are urging the Obama administration to please act and act now against these shameful actions of the Dominican Republic government. Now, many Americans, we are not the only ones, because we are getting support throughout many other states. We have a lot of elected officials from New York, Baltimore, especially the mayor, one of my colleagues, Mayor Stephanie Rawlings Blake, as well as former Maryland Governor Martin O'Malley. And lately we've been getting a lot of support from Florida International University, as well as the City of Miami Mayor Thomas Regalado. And for that we say thank you. Now today, again, we are asking President Obama to please take the leadership role in this, as he always does, and ask the Dominican Republic to reverse this senseless and shameful ruling. We will not stop here. We will keep the pressure on, and we will continue the battle. We will go to Washington, D.C., if needed, to see to it that our president, that our administration does the right thing and defend human rights everywhere in the world once again. Thank you very much for coming. God bless America. God bless the city of North Miami, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Philippe Bien-Aimé, City Council representing District 3. This morning I want to commend Councilman Alex Desulme for taking the lead of this matter in the city of North Miami. Like the mayor said, we condemn the attitude of the U.S. government, who stays silent and assist the Dominican Republic government in violation of all the laws and conventions in regards to human rights and migration. We need to understand that the problem that we are facing today is not a problem between Haitians and Dominicans. We are facing a crisis of a minority group of the Dominican political establishment who is in real power today in this country and who want to use an ideology called ethnic purification. And today we urge the US government, President Barack Obama, and the Secretary of State, John Kerry, to take all necessary actions to prevent a genocide, not only of the Haitian living in the Dominican Republic, but also the Dominicans of color. That's why we are here today, and thank you.
Scott Galvin, representing North Miami's District 1. This is not just an international issue. This affects the people who live right here in the city of North Miami. So our neighbors, our friends are affected by the racist actions of the Dominican government. We call upon our nation to get involved. We've seen in Iran how we can affect serious change if our president and our Secretary of State dedicate that same effort to staving off this problem. We can truly make a difference. So we are glad to be here as a whole, as a city council. Thank you to Councilman Desulme for taking the leadership on this issue, and we look forward to seeing other city councils around Miami-Dade County take this same action.
Thank you to my colleague. I don't know if anyone else would like to say a few words. If not, we'll open up questions to the press. Thank you.
Councilman, with all due respect, the Dominican Republic apparently is saying we are a sovereign nation, we have a right to regulate our borders and immigration. They don't see this as discriminatory. if you got that argument from somebody in the DR, what is your response?
Absolutely, and I have heard it all over the last few months. This is not an immigration issue. This is very simple. They are stripping folks who actually worked, who were born in the Dominican Republic, who actually have paid into the pension. So now you got a legal issue. So someone who were born in the Dominican Republic, who paid, who worked and retired and pension, they are stripping them out of their own citizenship, and that's not right. This is not a migrant issue, migration from Haitian coming over. This is an issue of human rights, and it's wrong.
Is this possibly ethnic cleansing?
That's exactly what it is. I didn't want to say the word, but Michael, you're right. That's exactly what it is. Next.
Have you been able, others have questions?
Yes.
But have the members of Congress who represent you, I guess Frederica Wilson, or others, Elsie Hastings, or anybody, Carlos Cabello, Mario de Pilar, have they responded and said, yes, we will take
Absolutely. There was a report last night that came out from the Miami Times. I know we have a reporter here. Our Congresswoman had a conference call, and several state officials are involved. We know that the State Department are saying publicly they are working this on silently, but we need them to come out publicly to do something. We knew that there was the deportation of the 10,000 Haitians that was supposed to occur last week, but because of the mass protests and the pressure that we had, that kind of put a brake on it. Last week, 2 weeks ago, we had a rally in front of the Dominican Republic consulate in Miami, and we met with the consulate, and their response was, no, this is not really happening. We are giving folks their own right, if they want to pursue this, to just go ahead and leave the country. But we are getting reports from folks in the DR. We are talking to colleagues from different states who we getting stuff on a daily basis where not only they are beating on Haitians, they can't walk on the streets, and they are really, really urging them to leave the country. And we need to do something, and that's wrong. Yes, sir.
Governor Harry TV. We feel the Organization of American States sent a watch team down there.
Yes.
It's been a week now. Have you heard anything from them, their findings, maybe if not the United Nations or the White House?
I was part of the conference call that was kind of leading to that. We have had some efforts who kind of, support the mission of them going down to the DR. We have not heard anything as of yet, but it's not a good situation for Haitians living in the DR as of this morning. We did get a report that there were some agencies and some stuff that's not going the way it's supposed to go. I think until the U.S., frankly, and the State Department get involved and say something, politically and economically pressure the DR, nothing's going to happen. Any of my colleagues want to respond? Is that it?
Once again, Councilman, if you could explain to me, what does the Consul General of the DR say? Does he say we're not discriminating? How does he explain this?
I wasn't present. I was present outside, but I did not go in to the meeting. But folks who was there and several state officials, Marlene Bassien was there, they blatantly say this is not happening. It's just all made up stuff of what's going on. And the only response that we could say, it's funny that they would say nothing is happening, and we're hearing the stuff across the nation. This is an international situation, as stated by Councilman Galvin. We know this is true. We know about the law, and I know that Councilman Bien-Aimé mentioned that in 2013, when they passed this law, this particular body did pass a similar resolution, but we didn't know this thing was going to escalate to this. They are denying the situation, but we know that the State Department have said that they are working with the DR. We just need them to be on record and publicly, because we have families in the DR. We have kids, I have friends who have kids who are in college, and they are afraid. They can't go on the street because of their last name, and now they came out where they were asking them to prove that their citizenship by showing certain IDs where they were born, and frankly, you and I, we all know folks can't find their birth certificate. I think it's because of the international pressure it's kind of slowed down a little bit, but please don't be fooled. This is not over, far from being over. Until the government could reverse its course, it's not going to be over.
Alex, you talked about people who are affected here,
Yes.
families. So what would you say, especially to the citizens of North Miami who are concerned about their families back there, even here, to comfort them and also to help them stay educated about what is really happening and how they can sort of find a way to involve themselves?
Well, Lance, I think the steps that we have been taking, especially last Tuesday, speaks volume. This council unanimously voted. This press conference condoning what's going on and asking our government to get involved. As elected officials, as public officials, all we can do is keep the pressure on and comfort them that we are sharing their pain. We understand that they have families. I had one particular person who called me yesterday who said they had their cousin who actually never been to Haiti, doesn't speak Creole, who's, this is something the mom went to the Dominican Republic, the dad then later ended up going there. She was born in the Dominican Republic. All of a sudden now she has to go back to Haiti. Frankly, they don't even have a place to stay in Haiti. They are looking. So it's a very, very delicate situation, and we share the pain with them. I mean, I don't know if anyone on the council, we may have staff who have folks in the Dominican Republic, but this goes out a little bit more than just, it's everyone. This should affect everyone, I think. Yes, ma'am.
Janae Tate with the Miami Times. Do you have a lot of constituents reaching out to you with concerns on what they can do? What are some of the things that your residents are saying to you about this situation?
Well, other than what we've been doing, I think as leaders, we have to take the lead, and I think they applaud. We were on the radio, and several of them called and say they are so thankful that they see North Miami as the largest Haitian population city in the nation is taking the lead on this. We were kind of, they were kind of waiting. So I think we're going to get on with other sister cities, and I'm going to ask my colleague to please call on other elected officials to pass similar resolutions. And there are groups like FAM and the Florida Immigration Coalition and several other groups from New York, New Jersey. There's a conference call we get on every Thursday that kind of get a national thing going on. So we're going to tell them we are working hard as elected officials, and we're going to make sure that we keep the pressure on. Yes, sir.
Again, what is the Haitian government going to do about the influx of refugees? I mean, right now we're probably at 10, 15, 20,000 people maybe. What are their plans to house these people, provide food, medicine? Have you heard anything?
Well, I can't speak on behalf of the Haitian government. That's another issue, but that's something that we're going to have to deal with. And I think that's something in the upcoming days we're going to, as elected officials, trying to reach out to the Haitian government too. We know the situation in Haiti, and I know you've been to Haiti. It's not a good situation, but we have a bigger problem with Dominican Republic sending folks back who was not even Haitian part of the whole equation. So I think we're going to have to work with the Haitian government, and they've been silent a little bit on the situation themselves. We also pressuring them to at least say something and come up with a plan. How are we going to deal with this mass folks who's going to come into the country. Now, thank God to international pressure, to stuff like what my colleague have done. We have not seen the mass influx that was supposed to occur. So let's hope it won't happen if we keep the pressure on it, and the Obama administration as well as Mr. Kerry does get involved and say something. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.